Hi, guys. Hey, welcome back. Let's get into this. I'm going to take a little peek at today's topic video for the 27th. These are the ones where, oh my God, no way. We just got this one yesterday. I swear we did. We'll keep it, but maybe we'll get another interpretation. But these are the videos where I leave on the comments and you guys can just drop a little comment. And if you would like to, just type the word compassion in the comment section, and that gets you entered to win for Monday's drawing. Each Monday, I randomly select one of the today's topics from the last week, scroll through comments. Where my finger lands is whoever the winner is, and then I do a fictional storytelling for that person on Monday in the today's topic video that I post on Monday. So just FYI, you can do that if you wish. So I did do a second shuffle because I'm just like 98% sure that this video came, or that this card came out for the 26th, and now we have it again for the 27th. So we have the Queen Bee along with the Red Garden now. Hang on, before I say anything else, let me just take a quick peek, because my first impression is that we have someone who's in a really great place. I mean, like very happy, but it almost seems like they're not getting red flags. It seems like they are adding more energy, and it's like a total juggernaut. Like, oh my God, this is everything I want. This is totally like, I'm getting more passionate about what I'm doing. Wow. Yeah, we have the sun. This is beautiful energy. So the 27th could be a fantastic day. It may be for a divine feminine. By the way, okay, so we're going to stick with that. We have a Queen of Wands. Everything here seems warm. Everything is nurturing. Everything is growing. Everything in her heart space is happy. Her intuition is also absolutely like crazy on point right now. And then we've got this incredible divine masculine influence coming in also with the sun's energy. Somebody might be approaching her. You see somebody would be, coming up the steps. Maybe this is somebody actually going to come see her, knock on her door, walk right up and be very direct. Whatever this is, it's direct. It is a compliment with no ambiguity. It is a person professing how they feel. It is something that is just very much like for her. It was intended for her, nobody else. She's not anybody's second choice. She's not anybody's backup plan. She is the destination, and it feels really good to be that person. Now, standing here in her Queen Bee energy, her Queen of Wands energy, her Red Garden, I really do think that this is, maybe it's long overdue for this particular, we'll say, divine feminine, even though I don't actually read for genders, do bear that in mind. But maybe this is long overdue, that the life that she's been projecting outward, the life that she wants to have, the life she's been hustling for, the life she's been saying, universe, I see my future. This is my clarity on what I want my future to look like. This is what I, give my energy to. Maybe this is the first time she's actually started to get that back, get the results from what she's been projecting outward that she wants. 7 of Cups. I don't know if she's actually going to have a whole bunch of things that fall into place for her. And it's like, these are all my wishes. I didn't know I was going to get absolutely everything. I had no idea. I mean, I would have been happy with any one of these things, but I'm getting them all. Okay, she's been a master manifester. Magician is upright, and she's used, I'm going to say, one of the best techniques for her, for this fictional character, to manifest, meaning she has been able to envision herself peacefully enjoying exactly what it is she's wanted to have. So it's like she's, sometimes we can say, oh, I wish I could work in that job, but we didn't ever really consider what would the day-to-day look like, because we can picture ourselves doing something, but we only want the end result. What about all the work, the day-to-day grind that we'd be doing? There's a lot of things that aren't so glamorous that you have to do to still also yield that fabulous result. So she manifested by not only picturing the results that she wanted, but what the day-to-day would look like. And then she envisioned herself, calmly and peacefully enjoying it, and also enjoying it like with with that sense of satisfaction. And I think that's why she's having this kind of success. She may have manifested in a way where she said, universe, I could be happy with what's in my right hand or what's in my left hand. I could be happy, universe, with whatever's in my greatest and highest good. But as I envision myself in different, lifestyles or with different outcomes in my life, I'm envisioning all the happy timelines, and I could really picture any one of these being right for me. So universe, you tell me which one is the best for me, and I'll be happy to receive. And the universe is like, oh, we got your shopping list. It's like, yeah, sorry, what? I got all of the things that I wanted. I didn't expect to get all the things that I wanted. I was just very open to many different timelines. I gotta say, this is like a bucket full of wishes coming true. We have a 7 of coins. Maybe this is why it's all coming true at the same time, because she planted seeds. We always say, or I don't know if everybody says this, but you know how it's like good things come in threes, and then some people are like bad things come in threes too. If you have one, flat tire, you're probably also going to wind up getting a ticket, and you'll lose your keys to your house all in the same day. It does seem like, I know in my own life, there are days where I'm like, I'm a freaking wrecking ball today. I should be wrapped up in bubble wrap so I can do no harm anywhere, because I keep dropping stuff, smashing stuff, hanging up accidentally, like everything goes wrong. And then there's other times in my life where it feels like lots of things just kind of keep going well. And I'm like, oh my God, I almost feel like, how am I so lucky? Like, why am I getting good luck now? And it usually comes after like a long plateau. And then all of a sudden there will be like a burst of like everything goes right or everything goes wrong. And after a long plateau of no big highs, no big lows, just kind of consistency, right? And I would just say that that's true in my own life. So I'm kind of chuckling as I watch this play out for this character, because I'm like, maybe this is the way our character's life goes too. And then all of a sudden she's got this flood of all kinds of positives. But it does feel like it's because when you plant seeds have to grow. Think of, a garden. Think of, when you plant all of your tomato seeds or your tomatoes, they all kind of grow slowly. And then all of a sudden one day, everybody's putting on fruit at the same time, because it's a season where the fruit is now ripe. That's what this is. It isn't really magic. It's just that she planted seeds of what she wanted, and those seeds all took the same amount of time to grow. And that's why she's having all the success. It wasn't ever a time of a plateau. It was that things were just growing slowly but surely. Queen of Cups. Her level of happiness has been growing. Also, her ability to receive these blessings has also been improving. Her energy, she sits, in like a throne, and there's all of this amethyst crystal in the throne. This is her in a really high vibrational energy. This is her like really getting into this peaceful place where, yes, she can, gratefully receive, absorb, and welcome in all these gifts. It is definitely time for a harvest. One of the things she's been doing to prepare was to move on from things that took her energy and made her sad. She was stuck for a long time. I think this is somebody who might suddenly be realizing she's over a heartbreak, and she has been slowly but surely to get herself over a heartbreak or over somebody. Every day she's like either had like a mantra where she's started to envision her life, blossoming out, like, hey, maybe I'll meet a wonderful person and I'll, fall in love and have happily ever after. And then she envisioned like a couple different timelines for what that could look like. Although then again, what if I never met the perfect person? Let me think of what my very satisfying and fulfilling life would look like. Oh, maybe I'll travel more. Maybe I'll, devote my energy to like some whatever deep interest or and she could envision, like, put in her mind, put herself into these different timelines. And each one was like, wow, all these could be really happy. I could be so happy. And if I meet the right person, if I don't, I could be so happy. All of this is about, those are the seeds that she's planted, is how she could be happy in a lot of different timelines. And that was what she talked herself through in order to let go of an unhappiness that she'd been through. But what she didn't know is that the universe said, oh, you'd like to have great success in some hobby that would be really fulfilling. Great. You're going to have great success in that hobby. Oh, and you said you could be really happy meeting somebody and having, a lifestyle with them. Great, because you're going to be meeting that person. Oh, and you said, it's like she's going to get the menagerie of all of these beautiful things rolled into one. The Devil card is here. This was the fear that she was able to move beyond. And the fear that maybe she was always going to have a negative outcome, the fear that she'd fall for somebody, but they'd still be stuck with their karmic, they'd be trapped by money. She had to let go of somebody that operated that way instead of thinking that that's always the kind of relationship she'd have. Because she's been able to clear that out, because she's been able to envision a different future for herself, that's why she's having these successes. That was her biggest hurdle to get over, is the concept that I'm going to fall in love with the next person. And guess what? They too, how much you want to bet, will be puppeted by some ex who never lets them go, or they don't have what it takes to break themselves free of the ex. There'll always be money ties. There will always be something that keeps them stuck. And I think she said, I'm not writing that into my future. Hell no. That's exactly the thing. I'm not going to be afraid of meeting the right person only to discover that they're not free. I won't tell myself that story. I have to tell myself a better timeline that I would really like to enjoy. And that helped her to manifest. And now we see the results of that. High Priestess sideways. She always kind of knew that she would have to put her mind into this, like moving beyond blockages that she had already experienced. She always knew she needed to put her mindset and her intuition toward her future. Like, unless she could break away from this memory, this person who was stuck. I do think somebody loved her that stayed someone else's puppet. And that's probably because they have a karmic cycle that they have to break, but it wasn't her karmic cycle. And I think she always knew, I won't get my happiness until I can break free of the memory of them. That person who loves me but stays stuck with a karmic. That's their chains to break, not mine. I just have to break the chains that I was, letting myself stay connected to them, waiting for them. But as I do that, as I free myself, now I get to have happiness. Now I find the love of my lifetime. Now I step into my Empress mode. Now everything in my life blossoms. So universe, can I see what is it that she gets? What is this shift? By the way, at the bottom of the deck, here she is again. Queen of Wands there, and I just can't help but say she keeps being dressed in red. We saw her in the red garden. We keep seeing her as a very happy queen no matter where we see her. She's dressed in white or she's dressed in red. She's very, very content. There's a lot of similar energies going on. I don't know if she's wearing white or red today, but it feels amazing. Universe, what does she really get? Because this feels like a big turning point where she's aware of this with that sun. We have Empress again, red and white dominating the card. We have 8 of Sacred Circles. Again, it's something she's worked toward for could have to do with a real glow up in her career path. We have a King of Swords as well. That King of Swords, this could be who enters into her world. It could be somebody truthful, somebody powerful, somebody that, I don't know if she envisioned for herself, I would like for my work, my talent to be spotted by someone, and I'd like to, be selected by some company. I'd like to be headhunted. I'd like to be recognized for the things that I've been working on in my life. I'd like my efforts to be seen. I'd like my empire to have somebody who wants to contribute to it. I would like to, have a client that is incredibly affluent and sees my work and I stand out to them. I doubt that this is just about love, although I think it's a little dose of everything, but the universe says one of the first things that comes in is a King of Swords. So I guess, who is he? King of Wands. Okay, so this is love does come in first. Somebody honorable, somebody who's a double dose of lion energy, very alpha, very clear visioned, clear minded, and they got eyes just for her. She did want somebody who has eyes just for her. She wanted somebody who's so clear on what they want. So she is meeting somebody on the 27th that is very honest, very sure of themselves. And we have a King of Cups as well. You notice how we had all this feminine energy. Now we flip and we have all this masculine energy. She wanted balance in her life, counterpart balance. She wanted in love and in work. She wanted to basically say, finally, you know what I want? I want to receive something equal to the energy that I put out. I want a complementary romantic partner. I want my work to earn me the kind of revenue for the value that I'm putting out. I want to be seen as somebody who in my lifetime, I get the accolades that I have really put out the energy for. She started some time ago to envision herself having success and like something equal coming back into her life. And that's what we have. The King and the Queen of Wands, the King and the Queen of Cups. We see her having just simply asked the universe, could I please have equal to what I'm putting out? I'm not asking for more or greater than, I'm just asking for something that is kind and loving to the same extent that I would be kind and loving. I'm asking for success and acknowledgement of my skills to the extent that I'm giving. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. Not more than, just equal to. And the universe is like, that's exactly what we're bringing in. But it is coming in a multitude of ways. And it's coming in fast. So I could see her having many amazing things that happen on the 27th, from a lover, a new lover who comes in, somebody who's very sure about her, somebody who wants to ask her out, somebody in business who wants to like hire her, pay her, somebody who is like showing her tremendous respect for her intellect, somebody who is very emotional, somebody who wants to flirt with her in a romantic way. She is starting to receive the same kind of energy that she put out and that she asked for. And it says that it comes in fast and it comes in kind of unexpectedly, because I don't think she knew that it was all going to blossom at the same time. And there's the Justice. She's getting everything that she ever put out. So only she kind of knows everything that she put out there before that is starting to come back in. And I'm not going to lie, she could hear from a couple different people that she was kind to or that she was giving to that could all show up in her world, right down to, I mean, there could be a couple different exes or lovers who all of a sudden show up. Not all these have to be new people, especially with that Justice card. She could hear from several people on the same day, which could be like mind-bending. Oh my God, why are the exes coming out of the woodworks? Because they've made alterations in their own life, and this is them wanting to set the Libra scales straight. Three of Wands is here. Only one will be the lover that she moves forward with, because we have the Emperor-Empress relationship, but it's like she may have several choices to make in business, in love, and it all happens on the 27th. Holy smokes, that's a good message on that. All right, if you look in the description box, there will be a little video link for the birthday for the 27th. Lots of love, you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.